Take many plaudits over the next few days, that's for sure. Let's have a look at what that means in the Group B table. It means that Iran lead after their 95th minute winner, an own goal in the earlier game today, and Portugal and Spain, who of course will be still strong favourites, both of them, to go through to the knockout stages. And well, it's seldom you see a game as special as that. It had everything, really, didn't it?
It did. I mean, it was some of the goals were just outrageous. I don't know where to start. I could just sit here and just clap my hands and say it was just absolutely.
Right. I'll tell you where we'll start.
I just loved it. It was brilliant. Had everything.
We'll start with the second half, and Iero, big test for him at half-time. His team came out and performed brilliantly, got back in the game, and Costa scored his second goal. Cesc.
Yeah, in a set piece that you don't normally see Spain scoring in these kind of situations. But I didn't have a lot of hope, I must be honest. But,
do you think this is a Lopetegui move or an Iero move, or just a player?
I have no idea, to be honest. I don't really mind. It's important, it's a goal. Very well taken, Busquets, and Diego being where he has to be.
Yeah, it was really, really well worked from Spain. Ball into the box, header at the far post and across, and Martinez didn't stay with Costa on the edge of the box, and he was quicker and sharper than he got there before him.
I think it'll be very unlikely that we'll see many better goals than Nacho's that gave Spain the lead, Rio. I think
it was a great hit. I think I need to leave to these guys who hit balls like this more often than me to explain the technique and stuff. But Ronaldo here, I mean, his body language here was, you wouldn't be happy with that.
Oh, come on, what are you doing? You're picking on him. He scored a hat-trick.
But here...
He's saving himself.
Don't worry, I'm going to go overboard later, don't worry. But what I would say is here, they were like... It was almost taking the mickey here at the Portuguese team, the way they play here. Tiki-taka football, they're renowned for playing in short bursts over small areas. I mean, it was just intricate football. But this technique here, that he's cut the ball underneath to the side of it, and the technique to keep it down there was fantastic.
That's not half volley. That ball's on the up. That's so difficult to keep down.
That's what you call a sweet spot, isn't it? That is right on it.
Once you hit it, I think you know that it's perfect.
Yeah, you can just feel it, can't you? He's just caught it perfectly. Brilliant.
I'll tell you, well, that's too good just to have 3 or 4 replays. I think we need to see that again a few times. Go on, can we? Well played. They're on it.
I did
bend on it, hasn't it? Look.
I did score one of these in training, you know. In my dreams, but no, what a strike. I mean, he'll be loving it. His first goal for his country, by the way. So what a way to do it.
Lovely.
I think Mr. Shearer might have smacked 1 or 2 in his career. And then we thought it was drifting towards a comfortable Spanish victory in the end. And then he did it.
Ronaldo.
It was his 45th free kick. This was the one in the first half. That was his 44th free kick in major tournaments without scoring. So you think maybe he won't even take this one, but you know he's going to take this one.
Well, one or two will question why I said at half-time he needs to work on his free kicks. That's why I said it, because it's his 45th attempt in major championships, as you say, and 45th time lucky. And what a strike! And
his 51st hat-trick, which was also the 51st hat-trick in World Cup history, actually.
I think if you can look at that technique, the way he hit that ball, that's been something that I've seen change. He's hit it on the side with the instep of his foot. He normally hits it on straight on. He runs straight up to the ball, and that was a difference. Cesc mentioned it before. Yeah. He hit it. If he hits it with the inside of his foot, he's got more of a chance of scoring.
He had a lot of success in his early days, particularly at Manchester United, Rio, didn't he? With that one that they hit the adapter, they call it.
But he used to hit it. He used to run straight on and hit it straight on sometimes. But he used to mix it up, which made it even more difficult for the goalkeepers. And of late, he's been really hitting it straight on. Yeah. And that was great players are adaptable. They're flexible and they change their routine. And he's done that today.
I mean, it wasn't just the second half that because it was the first. Let's remind ourselves about how it all got going. It was really early, wasn't it? About 3-4 minutes in. Yeah. Penalty for Portugal. Ronaldo won it and Ronaldo took it.
He did. He had the defender Nacho exactly where he wanted him, one-on-one. And he said, "Come on, tackle me," and he was stupid enough to do that, and it was definitely a penalty, and he took it away with ease.
There you go, smiles at Nacho there. Nacho got his revenge later at some point, didn't he? That was 4. Then it was 1-1. Diego Costa, we talked before the game, didn't we, about they had to adapt to his style of football, and they certainly did that here with Busquets.
Yeah, I'm really happy for Diego. This was a big day for him, big game. and he's got a lot of stick in the last 4 years, doubting him if he was the right man. And tonight he proved that he really is the main man.
Yeah, you've played with him, Cesc. What's he like? I mean, we see him, don't we? We see this person that is unbelievably competitive. He can drive you crazy at times. He's got obviously very hot-headed. What is he like as a bloke?
As a bloke, he's fantastic.
Really?
Fantastic for the dressing room. He's always asking for togetherness. He makes jokes. He's the positive guy. He has a lot of influence inside the dressing room without speaking any English. You don't know how he does it, but he really was a leader.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't want to play against him, would you, Ria?
Yeah, he'd be someone who you'd like to play against, and you feel you could maybe get him sent off because he's so emotional.
In that way, yes.
In that way, I'd be trying to push his buttons and get him amped up, and sometimes he sees red, and you'd be hoping for that to come out. But you know, once he gets in the groove, he's a difficult player to stop because physically he's great.
It was really interesting and fascinating tonight that what we said is that they changed it as much as we were sat here admiring their passing. That they changed it up a little bit with the long ball, with the free kick into the box, far post, nodded down, and it's a little tap in. I thought they got it. I thought it was perfect from them tonight.
Ronaldo's second goal, of course, was a huge mistake from David De Gea. Something we very rarely see. I mean, he's been so magnificent for Manchester United over the last few years.
Yeah, very rare, isn't it?
I suppose anyone can make a mistake, but it's not the time you want to do it, is it, in the World Cup?
It's very rare. He takes a gamble, doesn't he, Ronaldo? Left foot turn, hit it. But yeah, it should have been a basic save for a goalkeeper of his calibre.
The
night's about him. The night's about him, though. I mean, the guy is just relentless. He's relentless in his pursuit of greatness. That's the thing with him.
Yeah. And he just wants it more than that incredible desire he has.
Well, you can see even at the end of the game, they've got a draw, and you can see him to his teammates, like what this means to us, what this is going to do now, driving us forward.
To me,
and obviously him,
say.
because he's listen. There's no getting away from it. He's got a huge ego, but to be a top player, Cesc, you've played with Messi. He must have a huge ego to be doing what he's doing as well. He might.
A very different personality.
The way he shows it is different.
Yeah, different personalities, but without having an ego. Sometimes you can show it to the world, sometimes you can keep it for yourself, but for them performing for the last 15 years the way they did, if you don't have a personal ego inside of you, it's impossible.
A word on what Spain did this evening, considering what's happened to them over the last few days. They lost their coach, Fernando Hierro came in. I mean, he's got a great response, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's done very well. He's done some tactical changes. I think Busquets' positioning as well, he was a little bit too deep. He came a bit higher, putting more pressure, getting more into the ball, and then I think when Lucas Vázquez came in the end to work hard, it didn't pay off in the end because Ronaldo scored a great free kick. But the idea was there, and I think considering what's happening or what happened in the last 48 hours, I think we'll take that.
Well, I think both teams would probably take that, given the other two sides in the group, Iran and Morocco, probably not the strongest teams in the tournament.
When both managers look at that game again tonight and they look at the standard of football, I think they'll both be really pleased with that, and as you say, they'll fancy their chances against the other two in the group. Yeah,
looking at that game, they probably decided before, we'll just draw, that'll do.
No.
No, it's a joke. I mean, it was just. I think one of the best World Cup games I've certainly in a group stage.
I think especially as it's your first game, because we all know going into a tournament you play your first game, you're a bit tentative, you're a little bit apprehensive about how it's going to go. You don't want to lose and you kind of shut up sometimes and you come up. But these two teams from word go, especially Portugal, the game started, they played so open, expansive, attacking on the front foot, and it's such a contrast to what you normally see.
And the other thing as well is it all goes well for the rest of the World Cup, doesn't it? Because I think the teams that have been very successful in certainly in club football in recent years, we've seen it like Manchester City this season, Real Madrid, Barcelona, in Europe at times, that the teams that have been successful are the ones that are playing with freedom and flair and attacking style.
Well, when we did the preview show the other evening, we were sat here thinking we hope it's going to be a World Cup that the stars are allowed to shine, are allowed to play their great football and touch and technique, and rather than be smothered up by teams sitting deep and trying to draw teams on. But that was a classic example tonight of two very good teams going for it.
Let's hope that game's not just a one-off, Cesc.
Hopefully not. I mean, that's why we love football. Sometimes defensive teams win, but I'm happy that we can watch games like this where two teams really going for it, and hopefully, an amazing World Cup is coming ahead.
Also, a little subplot to it as well is now The game tomorrow we've got Argentina tomorrow. The pressure now mounted on Messi, his shoulders after seeing
he'll have been watching.
Cristiano's done today.
He'll deliver. He'll deliver.
He's your mate, isn't he? He'll deliver.
He generally
normally does.
delivers. The pair of them do. Plenty of live football coming your way over the weekend, but well worth keeping an eye out for this.